Okay, guys, I think we're live. I hope we're live. It's been a crazy night, crazy day. My good buddy Javi's going to help me monitor to the chat. And I appreciate you guys hanging around. I know there's been a few of you waiting for a little while here, so I appreciate you. Need some notes. I probably was planning on talking about the UC100, but I think I probably won't do that now since we're getting such a late start. But I did want to, so we'll just talk about a few things and call it a night, I guess. I did want to talk about the, of course, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving. The day after that is Black Friday, which, instead of going out and spending a bunch of money you don't have, you should be out in your shop working on the project for the 17 Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit to make sure everybody understands. Those of you who, let me turn this thing off so it won't be going off while I'm talking here. Just so that everybody understands that even though it's called the Gatton CNC, that doesn't mean you have to have a Gatton CNC or a Garage Works or whatever to get in the challenge. Whatever kind of CNC you want. Do a short video, hopefully 10 minutes or less. And I've got somebody that's going to help me do the judging. In fact, I think I'm probably going to let them do all the judging. I know a lot of you people may not have a, may not have a fancy camera or anything like that. You can use your phone. Everybody's phone has a camera. The whole thing is going to be judged on the project, just like it was last year, not on the video quality and all that. If you've got, a nice camera and fancy video editing software, that's great. But if you don't, you still have just as good a chance as anybody else to do that. So, we got any questions? I guess, Javi, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, and you might as well talk about your little challenge you got going on too.
Sure, I'd be happy to, Dave. My name is Javier Unzueta with Javi's Woodshop. And I am, you can find me on the usual places, YouTube, Facebook, and occasionally on Instagram. At the moment, there are no questions from what I see. The 30-day challenge is, well, it's not coming to an end yet, but Mr. Posuelo, who was out there in the chat a little while ago, seems to be, well, again, I'm not the judge, but if I were, he's certainly far ahead of the lead because he's been putting
I think
one out.
Just start calling him Mr. 30-Day Impossible Challenge.
Yep. It's that's why it's almost impossible, because there are those few that rise up to the task and will complete the challenge. I couldn't even do it. I've been doing more than 30 days of projects. I've got about 300 projects out, but I've been so busy because of an upcoming fair that I have that I haven't had a moment to even take a picture of one. So, it's a task just even to take a picture. So I get it. That's okay. Nothing on the Totally Workshop was asking. Jim was asking. Sinicola was asking about if there was an update to automatic V-carve, to the automated V-carve update. Huh? Oh, if anybody's updated to the automated V-carve update. I haven't heard any word about that.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. I know since 9.0, there's been one patch that I know of. Other than that, I hope that's all there is. I got to check, I guess.
And we got Tommy. Yeah, we got Tommy G out there, one up. Steve Nealon is out there with Harneal. Jim Bashir is out there. Sean Martyr, Keith.
Trying to look at these without my glasses here, so I'm glad you're there's Dale from Oklahoma. How you doing, Dale? Yeah, glad we got 28 viewers. I appreciate you guys hanging around waiting on me here. I guess I'll explain why I'm late here, and I'm sure most of you guys can relate. My lathe pooped out on me the other day. The motor just, I turned it off to change sandpaper grits and went to turn it back on, and it wouldn't come on. It was like you couldn't even touch it. It was so hot. So I thought, well, maybe it's got some kind of thermal overload or something. Maybe if I just let it cool off, it'll come back on. So I went on in the house, came back out the next morning, and it's dead. It's DOA. So anyway, I thought for a brief out trying to get a replacement motor for it. And what I had, just so you guys know, I had a one of the Rockler Excelsior lathes that had the it's a 10-inch by 10-inch by 18-inch, I think, and then it had the extension thing on it too. I actually traded Melinda, and I traded an air conditioner that she was going to use in her shop for that lathe after she bought a new, I think she got a jet lathe or something. So that, and there's no telling how many hours she had on that lathe. I haven't put much on it, but she probably used it a good bit. So I looked around for a motor for a little bit, couldn't find one, and I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and get another one. Purchased on Amazon Prime, of course. Monday I purchased a Nova Comet 2, and it was supposed to be delivered today. That's one reason why I wasn't out here setting up to do this, is because around back I can't hear the UP, I can't hear nothing in the front. So I've been waiting for the UPS truck to pull up and kept checking the status, and it's, out for delivery and all that stuff. And then finally, Bobby and I were in a hangout and said, it's not going to make it today. And it's not coming tomorrow. So anyway, so I'll have to wait. And I thought, well, 14 people waiting on this thing to start. So I thought, well, let me run out here and try to get set up real quick. So we're going to keep it short. It's already 30. Like I said, we'll do the thing later. I am running a UC100. Another thing I want to talk about is I can't reach the camera to show you, but I got a really nice little computer from Michael Chipser, and I want to give him a big shout out. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight or not. I hadn't seen him, I don't think. But he runs across these computers, I guess because his job, I think he's an IT guy or something. And he got a nice, I'm not even sure what it is. Is it a Dell? No, it's something else. But anyway, it's a desktop, Windows 7, 64-bit. So I put it right out here, and now, it's a whole lot quicker when I'm running VCAR Pro simulation and stuff like that. And I have got a UC100 connected to this. So, Dave late, or am I not getting the feed? Yeah, we're live now, Sean. So
I answered him by text.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, we'll try to maybe next week or something. It's gonna get crazy with all the holiday stuff going on and all that. So But we'll probably do this at least for a few minutes every Wednesday just to update on the Christmas challenge and stuff like that. But anyway, if you need a computer, go see Michael Chipser. It's CHIPSER. You can find him on Facebook is probably the best way. If you can't get a hold of him, contact me and I'll get you connected with him. But he, great deals on these little used computers, and they make super to use with your CNC. Michael, yeah, we'll talk about the UC100 on the next thing. I really didn't have time to get set up to talk about it today. I mean, I've got it working and all, but I wanted to kind of be able to screen share and go through how I set it up and stuff. It's really easy. Yeah. I haven't had any trouble, and if it's pretty easy because I'm not that much of a computer guy anymore. Used to be anymore, but anyway, another thing I want to talk about, just for my own. Okay, we got 40 people watching now. Just for the heck of it, if you watched the video that I put out yesterday, put something in the chat there. I know I looked earlier and it had 700 views already for that little video I put out yesterday. But I want to ask if anybody watched it, what was in that video that YouTube wouldn't like? Because I came out here and got ready to turn this on to do the live stream, and I saw that YouTube is saying that it's not suitable for advertisers or something like that. I'm like, that makes about the second or third one they've done that on, and
yeah, YouTube has been going crazy with their robots. I mean, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what in that video that would not be suitable for. No, I don't get it. But anyway, so of course I had, you have to ask for a manual review, and then it takes a day or so, and then it'll be fine, I'm sure. But it's really irritating that I'm not doing anything different than I've done since the beginning, since I started doing YouTube. And now it's like this is the second one in a month, and I don't even put that many videos out.
Peter was
one of them was flagged was one of these live streams, I think, if I remember right.
Peter was saying half his challenge videos have that problem, which doesn't make any sense. You didn't have any music in the background. You didn't have any.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm very picky about. Yeah, it would it would make it where you couldn't monetize it if you had copyright music or something. But I never have any out here in the shop all the time when I'm working. Sure, I have all that turned off when I'm shooting video. I mean, I'm in my shop. Everything here is mine. So.
And Steve hit the nail right on the head. It's not suitable until after the first 24 hours when you get the most views.
Because like I said, none of a video like that other than a while, and it had 700 something views. I don't know, whenever it was I put it up yesterday. We'll get that many more after that, probably. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Heck, you don't make any money off of YouTube anyway.
That's true.
If I just burst. I heard a bunch of bubbles popping just then, but sorry. Off YouTube, I'm sorry, you don't.
I don't know, Dave. I've got close to 70 videos out in almost a year, and I'm up to $14.
Okay, I stand corrected. Yeah, you can make big money too then.
That's right. They won't pay me for another 4 years, but
Well, I've got I don't know how many subscribers now. I don't even know, but I get enough to get a check, or not a check, but a deposit every month. It's nothing to write home about. I can tell you. It's in fact, I don't even think about it. It's just, it goes straight into my bank account. See what it was, because it's not worth looking at. But anyway, we got any other questions over there? Yeah, I tell you, I'm so disappointed, because my plan was, like I said, the new lathe was supposed to be delivered today, and I'm thinking, any other time I order, they always get here somewhere between noon and. So I'm thinking, worst case, I'll get that. I'll bring it in here in the shop. I'll set it up. You got to do a break-in with the Nova. They don't break them in at the factory. You're supposed to run them on high for like 45 minutes or something before you start putting the load on it. So I thought, well, I'll be able to get that done. I'll be able to use. In fact, my wedgie sled is sitting right over there on my table saw. Here and cut some wedges and. Test, check that thing out and all that. And I just haven't been out here at all, just because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss the UPS part, because I didn't know, because of the amount of purchase, whether I had to sign or not. Sometimes they have me sign that little, sometimes they don't. So, but I want to make sure I didn't miss them, and they never come all day. Another thing I want to talk about, if we don't have any other questions, in the video. Hardly. Not hardly. Anyway, thing about the video, at the end of the video yesterday, I mentioned that I was going to and stuff, and I've already had several people either email me or message me or comment about what I should do with this thing, and I'm like, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it apart, pack it up. But there's like a giveaway or sell it or whatever.
Dave,
I don't know.
Travis is asking about the Christmas challenge.
Okay.
Tell us a little about that, for those who haven't heard.
He must just be joining us then or something. The Christmas challenge is, you get out in your shop, make a Christmas themed, be like you're making some reindeer for your front yard, or a Merry Christmas sign, or just anything that's got a Christmas theme to it, and video the at least you don't have to show every bit of it, but at least show enough of it so that we can tell it's being your CNC. If you don't want to talk in it, you don't have to. If I really prefer the ones where you kind of talk about what you're doing and what bits you're using and what kind of finish how you're putting the finish on it and that kind of stuff. Because I know when people watch stuff, they want to know that stuff. So, and then just upload it to YouTube, send me the link, and I'll be adding it to the playlist. And it runs from it starts. You could be working on it now. Starts Black Friday or the day after Thanksgiving. And it's all the way up until 11:59 p.m. Christmas Eve, right before Santa gets there. So,
Jim wants to know if it has to be your own design, or can it be from someone else's design?
Yeah, it can be anything. It can be a file that Aaron in one of the Facebook groups or whatever it is. Now, of course, having said that, if you use somebody else's thing, there might be 2 videos with, you know, that's always a possibility. But no, it doesn't have to be your own. Wouldn't use anything copyrighted for sure. um, but yeah, if you can, you know, Christmas stuff out there. Any questions? Did I answer all the questions about the challenge?
It seems that way, yeah.
And I apologize because I was running behind, and I should have put the link below. On last week, not here. No,
last week you were not here.
Or last, I guess it was. If you go to that live stream video and the show notes or whatever, there's a link to the Christmas challenge. So if you want to go skim through some of those videos, we had 16 entries. And you know what? I don't even remember who won last year because it's been so long ago. Let me tell you a little bit about the prizes. I tell you what, I just don't have any luck when I send off emails to companies trying to get this, because I've sent some emails off and haven't heard a word. And I'm like, you know, the whole thing out of my pocket if I have to. But I've already committed to saying I'm going to put up $300 worth of gift cards. It'd probably be either a Visa gift card or Amazon gift card or whatever. And when I say $300 worth, I'll probably do like $150. Let's see, how did I break it down last? No, it was $100. $100, a couple of 50s, 5s or something. So that'll cover like what, something like that. And Holden, I don't know if he's watching tonight or not. I hadn't seen his name on there, but he's going to give away a T-shirt. Makers is going to give away a T-shirt. And that's all I've got right now. If there's anybody out there, a T-shirt or a mug or a hat or, you know, stuff like that, I've got some T-shirts left. I could throw sizes too. The thing of it is, I don't have sizes, so especially the bigger sizes go first. So.
Yeah, Dave, you cut out. Yeah, you're back.
Was that you or me that went out?
No, that was you. It's you've been spotty for the last minute or so. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure, but everybody seems to have lost you for a second. It cut out for a bit. Your internet's still a little weak, but you're on now.
Okay. My apologies. I'm hardwired. I'm as fast as I'm gonna get. Why not have the internet screw up? I mean, you know, I'm not getting my lathe today.
Yeah.
And, you know, regular day, I wouldn't be that mad, you know. But tomorrow's a holiday, so I know Friday's probably iffy. And they don't run on Saturday. Of course, I don't know, maybe with the Christmas season they'll start running. I don't know. But yeah, it's the whole purpose. When I saw that somewhere else actually a little bit cheaper, I thought, but you know, then it would have been, you know, 7-10 days or something to get it. I'm like, if I get it on Amazon Prime, I'll have it Wednesday, and I'll have the whole Thanksgiving weekend to play with it. Now, now it's not going to work. So, yeah, the internet might as well go out, too. What the heck? Anyhow, Tommy G, Dave, I can throw in $100 code on my website if that will do it. Tommy G, you got it, buddy. You are the man. I need to write that down somewhere. Hold on, let me get a pencil real quick.
You got it.
Which, by the way, I just ordered some a set of tools from Tommy G's workshop. So, yeah, head on over there to Tommy G, Tommy G's workshop. TommyG'sWorkshop.com, I believe, and check out the stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much, Tommy. So, okay, folks, there we got a $100 code for his website. Thank you much, Tommy. I'll add you to the list of sponsors on my website.
I think I got all of Peter's videos on my. I've been I've been checking. It's between Peter and 2 or 3 others who have been doing this project daily. It's hard to keep track of what videos to put on a playlist. So
yeah, you know, I have to go back and check because I mean Peter puts them out so fast. I'm like, did I? You know, I see one. I go, wait a minute, did I watch the one yesterday?
Well, he just put one out.
I think I've got them all. I try to comment on them to make sure I.
Yeah, he just put out 22, which obviously it's November 22nd.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing 17 on my list. I'll rectify that.
All right. Anybody else? What time is it here?
10 till 9.
Yeah, we got 39 folks watching, and I appreciate y'all. Like I said, you guys rock because
yep,
having all kinds of trouble today. Trying to read some of the comments too. Tommy says, "Hopefully my Harbor Freight lathe doesn't quit on me soon." We're not quitting until you get my order of tools done.
Yeah, Keith was saying 10 to 1 is a bad start cap on your lathe motor. It's quite possible.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's. I didn't really look long and hard to find a repair.
You didn't look that hard. You really wanted that new lathe.
Because I figured, yeah, that'd give me an excuse to get another lathe, a better lathe. Mm-hmm. And plus, now that I've got the motor off of this one, I've got some plans to maybe retrofit it with a stepper motor. Make a rotary axis out of it.
It's a beautiful thing.
We'll see. We'll see. So, anybody got any other questions about anything, Christmas challenge or anything like that? I'll probably be putting out a video tomorrow just to kick off the well, tomorrow or maybe Black Friday. Those 2 days. I'll probably put out a video to kick off the I don't see any other questions. No, Hobby, you got anything else you want to plug while we're on here? Because
well, as always, I'd like to plug Steve Nealon with Harneal Media Group, who's instrumental in many of the makers' websites and keeping them active, and he does a fantastic job. So if you are unhappy with your GoDaddy or whatever, definitely see Steve. And other than that, the Makers Media Group is a wonderful, basically a free network for makers to basically promote each other's works, channels, help each other knowledge with knowledge and all that other stuff. Go to makersmedianetwork.com. Short of that, the last little plug I have is for craftsmansconnection.com, which is a website for makers. It's got a load of YouTube channels. It's got Dave's Challenge, amongst others, that you may want to look and see if you're curious about any particular challenges going on in any particular month for the public, not for private groups. Then by all means, check out craftsmansconnection.com. And that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I really not tonight because I didn't get a chance to get it out here and get set up to do the UC100, but we'll go over that. It really won't take long anyway because it's just to give you a little story. You know, I have an old computer that I bought from a guy at work. It's an old E-machine. You probably heard me tell this story before. It's got Windows XP, and it had a parallel port, and that's what I was running this old machine off of for, I don't know, 10 years, I guess. To use my Ethernet smooth stepper with that computer, and I couldn't get it to work. I mean, I wasn't even close getting it to work. So I thought, well, let me, you know, Michael's looking for me another computer. I'll just wait until I get that. So when I got this, oh, it's a Lenovo. That's what it is. What he got me. So when he got that one, and it's got, like I said, he's got Windows 7 64-bit on there. I thought, okay, let me give that Ethernet smooth stepper another shot. And I don't know if it's me or what. That's one reason why I'm a big fan of the UC100 is because they're so much easier to set up. You just kind of click a button and it configures everything for you. And the Ethernet smooth stepper, there's a few more hoops you have to jump through to get it to work. Anyway, the card was showing that it was working. All the lights, you know, one light is on almost continuously, and the other one flashes real quick. So it was, yeah, I could do the ping thing. It was pinging okay. Not any movement out of the machine. And I'm the type, I'm like, well, I got another UC100 sitting in there, you know, more than 5 minutes trying to work on that to get it to go. So I just went and got the UC100, came out here, I had it working fine. So that's what I'm going to use out here. I'll be putting something else back here behind me before long. That's one apart. Happy Thanksgiving, Jim. Y'all take care. Yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, I don't have that much. We've talked about the challenge a little bit. The go see Michael Chipser for a computer, and I guess. Anyway, I hope you all will be involved in this challenge. When I do the video tomorrow or the next day, whenever I do it, I'll some clips or pictures of the last year's thing, so you can, you know, maybe get an idea of what you want to make.
Todd was asking if you're running Mach 3 with the UC100.
Yes. Yes, I'm an old Mach 3 guy. won't be. I've got the UC CNC software on top, but the other one that I have in the house, and I bought it back when I was doing the CNC with Dave show to kind of test drive it and all, so that try to talk about it during the show, and I'd know what people are talking about. It just didn't grow on me. Didn't like the pastel colors.
He was asking on 64-bit. He was asking if it was running 64-bit on a 64-bit computer.
Yes. Yeah, he's got Windows 7 64-bit loaded on it. Brown, how you doing, Jesse? Carl Whitaker, happy Thanksgiving, Carl. Well, I guess, like I said, I hate that y'all tuned in. We didn't really have much to talk about. I appreciate y'all anyway.
Yep.
I guess we're going to get out of here. Javi, thanks for tuning in with me and watching the chat.
Yep.
And good luck on your Enchanted Forest thing you got going on, you and Eloy.
Yep.
So I like the beard, Dave.
Yep.
Yeah. Beard guy. This is some of that No Shave November.
Yeah.
What is it? Men's Health Awareness or something like that.
Yep. Mine will be gone by Monday, most likely.
Yeah.
Back to yeah. There's it's funny. I get ribbed by all my woodworking friends at one, that CNCers are not real woodworkers. That's always the ongoing rib. But the other one is that CNCers do not wear beards. So you can't be a CNCer if you wear a beard. So that's another funny one.
Yeah. Well, I'm past caring about the woodworker thing. I don't care one way or the other about that. They don't have to.
Yeah, it's I just did a nice CNC project. I spent the last 30 minutes sanding it. That's what do you call that? I guess
yeah.
Finished work, I guess.
Well, I haven't got any yet, but I fully expect to get some comments because before I made that wedgie sled yesterday, I watched. God, there's probably 15 at least videos on how to make that sled. Of course, everybody's making it exactly the same way to the plans that Jerry Bennett has and stuff. I mean, it's all, handwriting the thing and making the template and doing all this. I'm like, but I got a CNC, so I'm going to draw it up. That way I know it's accurate instead of having to make all these templates to get your fixture accurate. Just use the CNC and you're done. So, but I fully expect to get a comment on that video. CNC and not the other way, but whatever, I don't care. The way I look at it, if you're trying to make a fixture, like this, where you're making segmented, little segments, and of course, if you're off, the more segments you make to a ring, the more the air, multiplies. So if you're trying to make something accurate like that and you've got a CNC and you don't use it, yeah, you gotta use the thing. And that's what I like to, there's a lot of things. The CNC, we've talked about this before, the CNC is not always the best tool for the job. Sometimes it's easier to use the CNC, make a template out of like MDF or something, and then take whatever it is you're going to make. Like I used to make Adirondack chairs, and the first one or two that I made on the CNC, and I'm like, man, this takes too long. So then I just cut an MDF template, or actually it's not even MDF, it's like little paneling or something. I think somebody gave me. So I made templates on the CNC, and then I would just take the boards and, you know, trace the template, cut them oversized on the on right here, and then take them over to the router table with a flush trim bit. Now, if you look at them, you wouldn't be able to tell whether they were done on a CNC or not, but they were done a whole lot quicker because I could cut them faster with a bandsaw than I can with a CNC. All right, I guess we're going to get out of here. We're got down to about 33 viewers.
Yeah, Todd was commenting about that there were some issues running 64-bit Mach 3, and from what I heard, it was with the parallel port there were some issues, right?
Yeah, the 64-bit won't work with a parallel port.
That's it.
But if you're using a USB thing or an Ethernet thing, it should work. So yeah, I've run you know, like I said, I got Windows 7 on this computer that I just got from Michael. I've got Windows 7 in the garage that I use pretty much every day. It also, and I also got that one from Michael Chipser, and I use the UC100 with all that, and it works flawless. I'm a big fan of the UC100. In fact, I even tell people now, even if you've got an old clunker computer that's got a parallel port, I think they're down to like $110 now. Go ahead and get a UC100 because you'll need one eventually. Because eventually that computer will quit working and you'll be all set. All right, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks, Javi, for hanging in there with me. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. And I guess we're going to get out of here. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving, and hope you all will get involved in a Christmas challenge.
Good night, all.